Welcome to Munchin' Movies. I'm Scott.
I'm Sam.
And we're munching up today some Game of Thrones Season 7, Episode 2. So, let's get started.
Okay, much more exciting than the first episode. And more backstory, more story, more moving forward. So let's get into it.
It starts out with Daenerys at
Dragonstone. Yep.
And her talking with her council, trying to figure out the war room, which is so cool. I love the map that they have there in the war room and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I also just love that the throne they have there is also really cool. But basically, about what they're doing, their plan is that Tyrion basically says, "Okay, this is what we're doing. We're taking the ships from the Iron Islands, and then the what are the assassin girls' ships?
I can't remember.
Lady
from Dorne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're taking those ships, and they're basically going to attack King's Landing straight up. And it's like, whoa, that's enough. But apparently, with Cersei being so down, that they're thinking they can also get
they're not attacking
others to uprise against her, basically.
Well, they're not going to be attacking. They're going to surround King's Landing and create like this siege, and so that way there's no food, water, nothing coming in or out of the city. And so eventually, with sieges, they get pretty intense. So.
And it kind of goes to this awkward thing, like, well, then why did you bring your army? And it's like, then you realize their army is going up to Castle Rock
because that's
attack
like
the strong arm of the
Lannisters.
Which that's an important part. And even Jaime's kind of talking to the other guy later in the episode about how important that is. Obviously, they've been saying that Castle Rock is like the most important part of the Seven Kingdoms for the longest time, and that's why the Lannisters have always held that. And so they're going straight after that.
And so the Lady Greyjoy, Yara, the Dorne chick, Lady Tyrell, there's conflict between whether or not they should just full on attack or whether or not they should do the siege. And it sounds like Dany's going with Tyrion and saying, no, we're doing the siege. I'm not going to be the Queen of Ashes. But after their little talk, Lady Tyrell was talking to Dany saying, I know this is what you want, but you are not a sheep. You are a dragon. Act like it. Booyah.
Mic drop.
Pretty much. So, but and also we find out that Dany learns about Jon Snow, and so she sends an invite.
And she sends an invite out, and like literally, I've never felt like Game of Thrones ever moved fast. In the next scene, they're like, "Oh, we just got a pigeon in, and they're inviting Dany. Dany's inviting Jon Snow down to Dragonstone
for his allegiance.
Holy cow! Wait a second. Didn't in the first season it took them to send a letter
like a whole season?
And this one they did it within a cut. I'm just saying. But it was interesting because he gets the letter and then
of course Jon and Sansa
disagree
are
about
at odds. Yeah, because they disagree whether or not he should really go. And honestly, Jon, in my opinion, makes more sense. But in his absence, Sansa will become Lady Stark of Winterfell.
And he's leaving Littlefinger down there, which I kept telling Sam when he was like, at the end, him and Littlefinger have a little bit of a spout, and he's like, "Don't touch my sister. Don't you touch my sister." Like, like some jock in school or something would say. but
he was so stupid. Like, Littlefinger bothers the crap out of me.
I think he should have
cause problems.
I think he should have told Littlefinger. He should have said, "You know what? You're right. You did save my ass, and because you saved my ass last time, how about you come down to Dragonstone with me?"
Instead of leaving him there alone with Sansa.
You're part of my personal team. You're gonna make sure that I'm safe all the way down there. I'm sure he'd put up a fight, but it's like, Jon's the king of the North, and if he doesn't want to abide by Jon's rules, then he can get out, and he probably should do at least kick him out or take him with him. But he's leaving him there, and that's a big mistake. I also think that I hope that the deal with Dany and him go well. Like I hope so they get together.
This is what we've been waiting for. We've wanted Dany and Jon to get together, but
I do have a feeling
that it may not go as well as we're hoping.
I think that she's going to see the value in the dragon's glass that she has or whatever, the stuff they're going to make the swords out of, and she's going to want to keep it for herself, or it's going to have to require them to mine that area and it's gonna leave the land in ruin or something like that, or hurt the dragons in some way, and so she's not gonna be cool with that. Those are my worries about this whole deal.
But
I hope it goes off without a hitch, because that's they need something.
Yes.
But that's speculation. Onwards to Sam.
Oh, bless Sam's heart. So obviously we find out that Jorah is there at the Citadel, and of course the grumpy old man is like, nope, you should have cut off your arm when you first had the grayscale or whatever, and now it's too advanced, we can't help you.
Yeah.
And Sam being Sam, knowing that Jorah is a Mormont.
Well, and he gives him an ultimatum. He says, most people I would just kick out and send them back to their village to live out their days right now. But considering you're a good guy and you've fought for the armies and everything, we're giving you overnight to think about it. And then he looks at the sword like, you have the night to kill yourself, basically. And it's like, wow, what a dick. It's like, come on, man. He's fought for the Seven Kingdoms, and even Sam brings up later, he's like, can't we do something? I looked up in the book, and there is some treatment for these things, and he's like, it's too dangerous. The guy who did the treatments before died of the same sickness, and so he's like, it's too dangerous for us to try. And Sam being Sam, and knowing, working with his father, he knows that he has to try.
Exactly.
And so he goes in there and he tries to remove the grayscale.
If you have a sensitive stomach, just be warned. It's gross.
It's disgusting.
It is so gross.
Pulling pustules off of him, and it's gross.
And it just looks so painful. And of course, Game of Thrones being Game of Thrones, they use that as a transition to what?
Well, yeah, they pulling like one of the grayscales off, which would be like kind of pussy. And then in the next scene, you see a scoop going in and grabbing some pot pie. And so it seems like the pot pie is the piece. And it's like, wow.
Makes me not want to eat pot pie ever again. Thanks, Game of Thrones. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm like, you're getting a little silly with some of these transitions, but cool. It's awesome. I'm still having a blast.
That was gross. I was like, no more pot pie for me. Thank you.
Then next.
Okay, so the caveat to the whole thing is the very ending. Okay, so we think everybody's hunky-dory, everybody's well on their way. Yara is taking the Alaria, Sand, the boats to King's Landing to do what they're supposed to. But guess who shows up and F's everything up?
Oh my gosh. Well, just to set up the scene real quick, she kind of deserves it, because she's sitting down in her headquarters, and
she doesn't deserve it.
Not deserve it, but she's sitting in her headquarters, and she's basically gloating in front of her brother that she's having this like relationship with the what's her name,
They're not actually having a relationship. They're flirting with each other, and
in this episode they're not flirting. They basically are right on top of each other. They're gonna have sex in front of her brother, in front of Theon. And it's so awkward, and it's demasculating to him, and this also adds in later because they get attacked right in the middle of that romance
by Euron of all freaking people, the uncle who's trying to kill them. Oh yeah, he comes in with a vengeance.
Yeah, he comes in, like, I think that they finally got him right. Like, before he never felt really that intimidating. He never felt like that much of a presence, but I know that he's supposed to have this almost like otherworldly, godly presence, and in this, he feels like it. He slams his freaking boat, the mouth thing right on top of someone's head and squashes them, and then comes in and they're just slitting people's throats. They're
left and right. They're burning all the boats. Like literally, all the boats that they brought
are gone.
They're gone.
They're murdering everybody. And they take, and so basically all Theon and Yara can do is just try and fight and basically try and get him. And it comes down to her and Yara and... So Euron
ends up capturing Yara, and Theon is faced with this choice, and because of this, he reverts back to his Reek days, and you can just see that switch happen where he's like, I can't do this. I cannot do this.
Well, and they said that in the, extras, if you watch the extras after the show, they also did say that was, the pinnacle point of the episode. They really needed the actors to have, the close-up facial expressions needed to play just right. And you really do see Theon, he goes exactly back to how he was when he was Reek.
Yeah, and when you see
he's just looking around and he's freaking out
screaming,
and he drops
no! I was like, no! Because I could just see his face going back to that. I'm like, no!
And so the uncle has the sister's going to kill her, and what does Theon do?
He jumps off the boat.
Jumps off the boat and leaves Euron sitting there cackling like a crazy man.
Which
is totally his character. I mean, he did exactly what he said he was going to do, and they honestly, not to say be mean, but they kind of deserved it. They stole all of those ships, and they knew he was coming after them. They didn't prepare, they didn't watch out, and they were, caught off guard.
Still, you hope that crap like that doesn't happen. But and of course, yeah, all the Dorn chicks, the 3 girls, they ended up getting killed, which is surprising to me because I thought they were like awesome assassins at first, but apparently Euron and his group just kicked their butts.
Yep.
So.
Well, we really enjoyed the episode. Thanks for watching.
Bye.